Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. We have a fun one today.
A much anticipated one since I was cut off last video while recording, so I'm excited to get back on track to letting y'all know about the local hotspots of Lower Alabama and everything that you need to know about them.
That's right guys, so let's check it out. And if you don't know, I'm Tony and this is my partner Jess. If you're new to our channel, we drop new videos every week to tell you everything you need to know when moving to or living in Lower Alabama.
Yep, we're the #1 relocation team in all of Lower Alabama, so make sure you shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email, set up a Zoom meeting. We're here to help you.
However you want to get a hold of us, if you're thinking about moving to the area, we are the #1 relocation team in all of Lower Alabama, and we've got your back when moving anywhere in LA.
Okay, jumping right back to it, Lower Alabama has a lot of ground to cover, so we're gonna break it down into sections and go through one by one, starting where we left off, and that's FAIRHOPE. Now, FAIRHOPE is a top contender for many of our clients. I think it's because it's just so nice and it's super cute. It's really beautiful and it's very charming here, and it really just pulls you in.
I'm not saying that's wrong because they brought a Hulu TV series here, and out of all places to do it, they chose little old FAIRHOPE, so that definitely says a lot.
A reality show titled Love in FAIRHOPE is being shot on the Eastern Shore for the next 4.5 months.
Baldwin County is back in the spotlight this month.
Anytime you bring filming to your community, I think it's great. This is our 3rd production this year. We've had 2 earlier in the year.
But personally, I think on top of all that cuteness, it's because FAIRHOPE is so big and has so much to offer. If you're looking for a property with acreage, if you want to be in a subdivision with tons of kids, or maybe the exact opposite, we've got that too. Whether you want to see bay or river views or golf course views, you name it, there's literally something for everyone here.
Yeah, maybe you just want to be close to all the downtown amenities and the bay, but live in a modest home. You can do that because FAIRHOPE literally has something for everyone. But these places may not be available at all times because it is a popular place with a big personality. So moving here, you really need to be ready to jump on something because there's definitely a lot of competition in our little slice of paradise.
This logic makes perfect sense when it comes to the basic principle of supply and demand.
And speaking of, we just helped a family relocate to downtown FAIRHOPE. We get a lot of questions about this area, so let's talk about it real quick. So our downtown is a little bit bigger and a little busier than our neighboring downtown areas. I honestly don't think you can get through it all in just one day if you went into every single shop and just looked around or spent time sitting down. And as a matter of fact, I know you couldn't. There's just not enough time in the day.
Yeah, you have the most amazing, lovely boutiques, coffee shops, tea shops, soap stores, there's restaurants, there's bars, there's even a toy store and an ice cream shop and a chocolate shop. So, and it's all within walking distance to our amazing pier that has the most breathtaking views. And honestly, that's just scraping the surface of what downtown truly has to offer.
Yeah, and our pier is getting a facelift too, thanks to the Blind Tiger, and right now it kind of sucks because there's construction going on, but long term, everyone's gonna love it. You're gonna see charter boats and pontoon boats, and they're gonna host annual kids fishing tournaments along with, other fundraisers. And I don't know, I think it's just gonna help support local even more, a place for everyone to come together. If you can't tell, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, we're super excited about this new pier project. I can't wait for the restaurant to open. But okay, let's not forget that the FAIRHOPE City Council also approved of a new FAIRHOPE development on Highway 181 near County Road 48. That's going to include shopping and dining with residential space upstairs. And Councilman Martin said this 10-acre boardwalk village will become a walkable site and a destination for visitors looking to stroll streets within the complex without having to deal with any vehicle traffic.
Yeah, he said it's like bringing downtown to the east side. And I know they have plans to put in a boutique hotel, and the developer plans to incorporate downtown FAIRHOPE architecture into the overall design and wants to bring local businesses into the development complex, which is expected expected keyword here, to open by 2025.
And 2025 will be here before you know it. And speaking of cool developments, let's move on to Daphne.
I know where you're going with this, and I approve of this message.
Tony and I and our family, we love it here, and that's because there's Moe's Barbecue. This restaurant is expanding in the best way possible, and if you haven't tried Moe's, you need to get your butt over there and try it. Best fried catfish and smoked turkey. Oh my gosh, just trust me, you will love it. But back to that development, Daphne already started expanding the road by Moe's, and they'll be putting in sidewalks all the way down to the bay, along with a pier and an amphitheater. And the owner of Moe's said it couldn't come at a better time because he's going to expand it to allow for more customers and a drive-through. And I'm legit so pumped for Moe's to get a drive-through. The idea of an even more convenient way to enjoy our favorite barbecue is music to my ears.
The completion of a major multi-million-dollar road and waterfront park project could mean big business for a restaurant in Daphne. The owner of Moe's Original Barbecue is planning a massive expansion on Bayfront Park Drive.
I always had this vision of the restaurant that we're going to build, and it's really a dream come true that the city's project and my project are coming together at the same time.
Kind of scary too at the same time.
Yeah, we're gonna go broke going through the drive-thru.
Or get fat, or both.
Both, easily.
I think their vision is to have this look like another Main Street, just another area, where people can go and visit and just enjoy themselves.
Yeah, and we definitely need it, so I'm glad they're doing it. It'll be super nice when it's all said and done, and it's gonna be a great addition to Daphne, and the location is just so perfect.
Yeah, I agree. The population is bigger than all the neighboring areas, and yet the downtown area just doesn't compare to FAIRHOPE. But then again, maybe it's content with their little quaint downtown and, their few shops that they do have.
I don't know though. Either way, it'll be nice to have it for sure. It's great to see businesses expanding to support the ever-growing population. My favorite thing about Daphne is that it's affordable. If you're looking to relocate to the Eastern Shore and you've been looking at properties but can't seem to find a home that's in your price range with all the amenities or bells and whistles, there's a good chance you'll be able to narrow it down in Daphne.
That's a big reason we originally moved there. Well, that and the schools, everybody raves about their homes and the education here because you can't beat it for what you're paying. I don't know. Like I said, you just can't beat that. I would have moved to Daphne if I would have had it my way.
Don't listen to him, y'all, because at the end of the day, he knows that he loves our current home and we're here to stay.
If anyone is listening out there, please send help. I'm being forced to talk about my living conditions, and I'm only being given the bare minimum and with very limited tea times here.
Oh, please. Yeah. Someone come save him because he might not be on the next video. God forbid he doesn't get to tee off at least once a day.
Listen, everyone. Happy wife, happy life.
No.
Happy wife, happy life. Remember that.
It's happy.
Y'all know that.
Happy spouse, happy house. Okay, I am fair. We are 50-50 here. But okay, now I'd like to move on to Spanish Fort, one of the most beautiful little gems in Laura, Alabama. Spanish Fort has a much smaller population than Daphne, and everyone that lives here really raves about the community.
The same can be said about the schools. It won't be overwhelming for you or your kids because everyone knows everybody here.
One thing that always stands out to me about Spanish Fort is how immaculate the school campuses are. They really take a lot of pride in keeping everything nice and clean for the staffs and the students and the entire community.
Yeah, and their high school baseball stadium is phenomenal. I've been to college stadiums that aren't that nice.
Well, not just the stadium, but the education in general is phenomenal. They're STEM certified and have been recognized for having these nationally recognized programs. It's really great.
Local high school is being recognized for preparing students for life outside the classroom.
WKRG News 5's Whitney Leibold spoke with administrators at Spanish Fort High School, which just received its second College Success Award.
Spanish Fort High School received the award from Great Schools, a nonprofit organization that documents progress at schools across the country. According to the nonprofit, Spanish Fort High School is above the state average when it comes to preparing students for success after high school.
We offer 18 different AP courses at Spanish Fort High School.
But this award is not just for students who wish to go to college. Some students may choose to go to a trade school or into the workforce after graduation, something the school covers in its curriculum.
Yeah, and I think they added a letter, so they have STEAM programs now.
STEAM?
Yeah, steam, like full steam ahead.
Are you just trying to one-up me on my story right now? Steam?
No, seriously, they added a letter. Now it's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. They had to throw in art too because, you know, everyone's feelings get hurt and art felt lonely, so they just chucked it in there.
I guess, why not?
Yeah, why not is Tony spelled backwards too.
Okay, all right, it's
Now I
late.
know.
It's late and Tony's getting distracted.
Sorry, it's the ADHD.
All right, so moving on, Spanish Fort doesn't have a downtown area, but they do have shopping, so that's a win-win. That's where the mall is, the movie theater, and our bowling alley. Can't forget that.
Foley also has a bowling alley.
It does, but Spanish Fort is where you'll find the Causeway, which is where you'll find many of the most popular restaurants on Mobile Bay.
Yeah, and probably some of the best restaurants in all of Lower Alabama. So yeah, Spanish Fort doesn't have much of a charming downtown area like Daphne and Fairhope or Foley, but it has the Causeway.
And tons of shopping at the Eastern Shore Center or by Bass Pro Shop, so it definitely has enough to keep you satisfied.
That's for sure. And here you can find some moderately priced homes, but you might not see them on the market all that often.
Yeah, I'd say most of the homes in Spanish Fort are gonna be above that $350,000 price point, but every once in a while you'll see something below that, like Tony said, but just don't count on it to happen very often. They'll get snatched up really quick. So if you see something you love, you need to call us quick so we can act on it.
And like many of our areas, you'll notice how wholesome and just lovely it is here. So
yeah, I mean,
you definitely want to live here.
I mean, you can say that about Lower Alabama in general, right?
That's what I mean. That's very true, right? Maybe that's everywhere except for the Gulf Coast. I think it just gets a little snooty there sometimes.
Not everyone is snooty on the Gulf Coast. Some people say that though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dad,
Excuse me, sir.
get your clumsy hands off me.
Excuse me, sir. It was an accident.
Don't give a damn about your excuse me. I want to talk to a manager now.
I don't feel that way.
I don't know. I'm just saying, people aren't just, you know.
I guess the people who aren't from here who like to fly in every once in a while can sometimes forget to bring their southern hospitality with them. That's all.
Yeah, I guess when you're not a southerner.
Well, you're not a southerner, you're a northerner.
Yeah, I mean, by birth, I guess you can say that, but by heart, right here, I'm a true southerner. It runs through my veins, y'all.
Well, it ain't hard to conform, I promise y'all. So if y'all want to end up like this crazy man right here, make sure you give the #1 relocation team in all of Lower Alabama a call. That's us.
And until next time, we'll see you on the next video.
See y'all.